Welcome to Say Like a Champ 187. It's your boy A-Dub.
Your boy Striz back in the building. What's good, SLAC fam?
What's good? What's going on? Another beautiful Tuesday in the neighborhood. We got some slackers joining in already. Before we get to them, as we gather, as we always do every Tuesday, definitely want to check in with you, Strizzy, and see how you're doing today.
Oh, doing good, man. Doing really good. Things really picking up social media wise, so that's always a good sign, man. But things are just going well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to dwell too deep into it, but there's been a lot more brighter days lately than down ones. So I always good with that. You?
That's what's up. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm definitely glad to hear that you're doing well. Also, we celebrated Mom's birthday last weekend, so that's what's up. That was definitely a good time. And steamrolling right into April. I want to put everybody on notice right now. Put your guards up because that April Fool's is coming quick. Just make sure you're ready. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught off guard by any silliness or anything like that. But no, things are going well, and I'm glad to hear you're doing well. But brother, we always got your back. We're always here for you. If you were to need something, so just let us know. And your SLAC family's got your back too. Speaking of the SLAC family, we got Kelly in the building as well. Happy Tuesday. And we got Pops. Good evening, Pops. Welcome to the show. I see a few others hanging out there, so don't be afraid to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff when it comes to YouTube. Definitely love having you guys engaged in the show. And I think we're just about to get started. I think it's going to be a little bit of an express today. Yeah. Nothing too crazy going on, but we're gonna try to knock this out and as always cover the topics that we like to talk about. Last order of business though, we got to round out our panel here, and we got to bring in one last member of the show before we can get started on our topics. And that is Mr. Matt Marcus. Marcus, what's good?
Yo, what up, fam?
What up, dude?
Looking good, my man. We see you.
I haven't came in on time in a long time, dog.
I know, man. We appreciate that, though. We appreciate that for sure. We know, and everybody watching the show that watches regularly knows how busy you are. So anytime we get to have with you is a blessing for sure. So thank you for being here today.
And if you follow my boy, you get to see it too. Like my man's stories have been crazy lately, dog. Like we definitely see you out there working.
That's for certain people, man. They be saying I ain't doing nothing, so
No, that's what's up. I see you got a new addition back there too to the backdrop. Is that the Tiger Woods over there in the corner?
That's old school right there, man.
That's what's up. I like that.
It's the last game. They dropped him. It's the last game he made.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
With him and Rory. Remember, Rory took over after he left.
Exactly. That's a collector's piece right there. Can't let that go for sure.
Yeah, I still gotta catch up with you and get that card from Unc so I can put it on here. You can't really see it, but it's my little golf shelf right here.
Yeah,
that's dope.
That's tight. Yeah.
We're gonna have to have a full show and tell once you're ready. You know what I'm saying? With
you going first because you got something back there too, so you go first.
No, I need to do a lot more work. I need to get like you because I see you're organizing it, getting set up nicely. I just got piles of stuff everywhere, so I need to get my stuff together. That's for sure. Yeah. But also we got Grace in the building. Hello, Grace. Thank you for being with us.
My sister, man.
I think we'll go ahead and get our graphics going here though, and we'll go ahead and get popping. One thing that's interesting with StreamYard, and I haven't tried it yet, but they have custom layouts now. Did you see that? Okay, cool. So I think
you gotta find time to do it though. That's all.
Exactly. We're gonna sit down and maybe try to mess with that. I just seen it earlier today, so I definitely want to try that. So we might have some new graphics, some new configurations coming soon. So
some sound effects and all that, man. So we're gonna make it legit.
Exactly. Yes, I'm getting excited. Also, we have Mom's the birthday lady here herself too.
Happy birthday, Moms. Hope you had a good one.
Yes. Happy birthday one last time, but after that, that's it. No more for you. The birthday month is drawing to a close, so get them, enjoy them while you can. But all right, let's go ahead and jump into our first news. I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on this first topic we got. What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL talk. Let's get it. All right, so a few different things going on with the NFL. The owners and the team executives are actually meeting out here in Phoenix, Arizona. Really classy, like at the Biltmore. They're having the winter meetings right now. And during the winter meetings, literally like moments after John Harbaugh was having his press availability, or like moments before, I'm sorry, he was about to speak with the press, Lamar Jackson dropped a tweet basically letting it be known by the public that he did request a trade all the way back at the beginning of March, before he was even tagged with the free agency tag. He did request a trade from the Ravens, which was very surprising and kind of put Coach in a bad spot. You know, I'm wondering he had somebody there telling him like, hey, John Harbaugh's on the mic like right now, or he's about to go on the mic, send the tweet out. So the tweet was definitely targeted and aimed, I feel like, to kind of put Harbaugh in a bad spot. But Strizzy, since you're kind of the Ravens fan on the panel, or you followed them the closest, what did you think about Lamar making it public that he's requested a trade?
I actually liked it, and here's the reason why. I feel like the Ravens have mishandled this situation pretty bad, right? Like, I feel like for someone who's literally kept them afloat, almost literally on his own for the last 3 seasons, and then not treating him like a franchise quarterback, I'm not mad at him for it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times, you know, when guys do stuff like this, they get a lot of backlash for it. You know, keep things in house, blah blah blah. But I feel like the Ravens have not done what they should be doing to make this guy their franchise quarterback. So I'm happy for him. I hope he leaves. I know the Ravens have to get something for him, because regardless if they lose him, you know what I mean, they're going to get some draft picks for him, which I have, you know, been vocal about disagreeing with. You know, it kind of sucks. So I do feel bad for him, because he's not going to get the money he's asking for no matter what. And you know, the owners and the NFL, like they're basically going to come together and say like, look, pay this man what he deserves, but the contract he's asking for is a little too high. And I think the Browns contract with Watson is kind of an outlier. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what he wants, but he can't expect that. So get out of Baltimore. But take something that's a little bit more reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Just get out of Baltimore. They don't deserve it.
Got you, Marcus. You feel the same way? He should dip out.
Yeah, he does. But I had a question though. Did he? I thought I seen earlier that they did offer him a contract for $250, right? And he turned it down.
Apparently, that's what's been said, is that he was offered a contract for $250 million with like 120 guaranteed or something like that, and that he turned it down.
From what I heard from him, well, coming from him, Lamar, he corrected it and gave like the real amount, and it wasn't anything. I want to say it wasn't close to that, but it wasn't that. It wasn't 250. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't know what it was exactly, but Lamar came out, because like I want to say, was it Schefter that said that? And he was like, no, try again. He gave like the actual amount, but it wasn't 250.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's over. He can't come back. He can't come there and play again. So it's pretty much over with. But I think they know, since he didn't have an agent, I think they feel like, oh, we can muzzle him or kind of bully him a little bit. But he stuck to his guns, man. So that's good for him. You know what I'm saying? Not to give in, because normally he's a young guy. He might be like, oh, I'm gonna give in, but he didn't give in, man. He know what he's worth, and I'm happy for him, man. So I just hope he goes to a good situation. That's the only bad thing, man. You can't leave there and go to a worse situation, because you're going to lose. So
true.
No, I agree with you. I do think that's a great point too, Marcus. That like the fact that he doesn't have an agent, like the agents, you know, a lot of people say, what is an agent really doing for you? But they are there to smooth that out, to have all those in between conversations that you can't really be having with the organization, or to try to look at the future, or to try to be talking to other teams to be like, hey, what could we potentially get for this guy out there? So I do think that the lack of him having an agent, you know, it hurts him in those regards, but obviously it's going to help because he doesn't have to split that percentage with anybody of whatever he does get, you know, and what he does bring down. But Strizzy, you also made a great point too, as far as the Deshaun Watson thing. I think Lamar Jackson is hung up on, I want the same number Deshaun Watson got or more. Yeah. And really, I think that's more of Cleveland being kind of desperate to do that than it was, you know, smart football or smart GM move. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, I think you're right that's kind of more of an outlier. So we'll see what happens with Lamar Jackson. But it's interesting that if he really did request a trade that long ago, have the Ravens been working behind the scenes? Like, are there viable trade partners? That's what I'm wondering. It's like, you would think, you know, there'd be more activity or maybe some kind of a decision, but this is looking like it's going to take a long time, and it looks like it might not even be settled till after the draft. So I think that's kind of a bad spot for Lamar.
I just hope it don't go to a point. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good, Mark. My fault. I was just gonna say, I agree. I think it's gonna end up either happening on draft night, you know what I mean, to move some picks and stuff around, or it might happen right after the draft. But I think it's draft night or beyond for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just hope it don't get to the point where he don't play next year. You know what I'm saying? Because he really didn't play this year as it is, and then you lose a whole nother year. You're gonna lose a step a little bit, man. So
see Le'Veon Bell.
Right. Yeah, learn from Le'Veon Bell. Don't sit out the year, even if you have to swallow it. And, you do have to come back on the franchise tag. You'll make plenty of money, but, do what you have to do. But, yeah, don't get left behind. I think part of why his negotiation isn't as strong as it is now is because last year he didn't play as much, He was playing and lighting it up last year. Either more teams would be calling or, more people would be. But that whole what have you done for me lately thing, I think people are kind of forgetting how good Lamar is in the meantime. So –
yeah, like I keep saying, man, like what that kid's able to do in the last 3 years has been crazy. Youngest MVP, literally got the Ravens to the playoffs without playing the last 5-6 games of the season. You know what I'm saying? So it really is what have you done for me lately, even with him missing those last 5-6 games. But it's like, damn, man, like someone this good who is literally struggling to get these suitors. It's kind of crazy to me.
Right.
Like he ain't missed the time. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't missed this.
Oh, right. He didn't miss. Strizzy, I think we lost you, but he didn't miss time the way Watson did. Sure.
Exactly.
He missed a whole year and a half. So, I do think that the Colts are the most likely though to do it, and they have a high draft pick. So put that pick out there and go get you a quarterback. Let's see. I want to mention Stephanie Washington and welcome her to the show. What's good, Ms. Washington? Working the NIT right now. Wisconsin just lost to North Texas.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Dang, that's what's up. Go North Texas. And keep repping out there, Stephanie. That's so cool that you're out there. You get to work so many of those tournaments. So definitely don't get in trouble listening to us, but we appreciate you being with us on the show for sure. Some other little changes happening in the NFL. At those owner meetings, there were some changes that were agreed upon. One is that players can now wear the number 0. Any player except for offense or defensive linemen are able to wear the number 0 now. So I'm looking forward to seeing Darnell Washington next year rock 0 since he rocked that at Georgia. And also Calvin Ridley is the first player to officially say that he's going to take the 0 when he plays for the Jags next year.
Wow, that's dope.
But I don't know. I think I kind of like it though. You guys like having the number 0 out there?
I would have wore 0 if I could.
Yeah,
I would have wore it. Yeah, I was look. I never liked the double 0. I like the 0. So I definitely would have wore the single 0. It's so dope.
Yeah,
agreed.
Very clean, very symmetrical. I agree though. I don't like the double 0, but I like the 0. The big O is cool.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see who gets to rock that next year. Also, another thing that's going to be very impactful next year, the NFL did agree that sports books that are inside of stadiums can be open on NFL Sundays and during games. So this is expected to bring a different level of excitement, especially for sports bettors. Me personally, I just think it's crazy because 2-3 years ago, like it was so taboo to even talk about sports betting in connection with in the NFL. But now that, 30 different states have legalized it and it's looking like a lot more states are jumping on the bandwagon, there's money to be made. So they're allowing it. Right now, the Cardinals have one right outside of the stadium.
Yeah, they got betting gym.
Yeah, but technically the Commanders are the only ones that have a sports book inside of their stadium already. And it was just only closed on the weekends. But now it's looking like I'm sure a lot more will take suit.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus, I wanted to ask you though, as like a non-gambler, right? What do you feel about like the whole gambling craze around sports, but around the NFL especially?
I've been honest with you. I didn't think it was gonna last. I thought something crazy was gonna happen with the betting and stuff like that, but it seemed like it's working, man. I thought I would do one by now, but I tell people all the time I like my money, but they're like, you gonna spend $5 and see what happens. So I can't make an excuse with that. But I don't know. I just haven't got into it yet, man. Cause I think once I start, I'm gonna be that type of guy gonna be really hooked to it, and bet on everything, getting mad and stuff. So I'm gonna wait another year or so if I probably place one, but I didn't think it would last this long. I thought it would have been something would have happened where it would last because it's too easy to do it, you know.
Right.
So I'm
Smart man. Hey, smart man.
Yeah.
Right. The only bettors that have made money and never lost is the bettors that never started. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the best way to do it. But if you ever were to start, we'll make sure you don't get too hooked. You know what I'm saying? You don't take too much of a liking to it. You know, we got your back. It'll be like that 1-800. You have a gambling problem, you know. When we see you watching like amateur lacrosse, you know,
right? You're doing texting y'all, man. Y'all can let me borrow cash at me some money right quick, man. Like Marcus, what's going on, man? Don't ask no question. Just cash at me the thing, man. Just give me the money.
Right.
Japanese baseball player right now.
Yeah. I'll hit you right back. But yeah, I am surprised how much it's how well it's doing, I guess. But I do think it's bringing a lot more average people that wouldn't normally look at sports like that. It's bringing them into it, and now they're playing it like it's like the stock market. You know what I'm saying? People are really getting more into it, and that's cool. But it is a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's bringing more people to watch again too. You know what I mean? I feel like when you're invested, like literally invested in these games, and it makes you want to watch them more too. So people who you know avid gamblers before who now can sports bet, now they're watching these games to see how they play out. So I think that's a big reason why too.
But quick question too: which thing do you guys like bet the most on? Is it football, basketball? Like, what's the easiest thing that you can make easy money? Which sport is better? Football. Okay.
Yeah, NFL and college. Like that's the best way to go for me.
I agree. I feel like it's the most well, none of it's predictable at all.
Yeah.
But I feel the most confident betting on NFL, and at least there's less games, right? With the NBA, there's so many games. You can bet on a random Tuesday night, and to them, it's just another one of 82 games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Football, like you're going to get their best because it's only 16 games, 17 games, whatever.
Yeah.
So you're not going to see a team kind of like throw away a game like you would in basketball, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like you know.
Especially guys aren't sitting out unless they have to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So, but yeah, I like NFL the most. But yeah, man, people be betting on everything though. It's crazy, man. They can bet on ping pong, on anything. They'll take your money. So, but that is interesting. We'll see how that plays out. We'll see which venue has like the best sports book coming in the near future. A couple other things real quick for NFL though. We have this dude Josh Gibbs, I think his name is. And he's actually the owner. No, sorry, it's Josh Harris. My bad. He's the owner of the Sixers and the New Jersey Devils. He is making a $6 billion bid for the Washington Commanders, which is crazy to think. $6 billion. Just last year, the Broncos sold for $4.6 billion, which I would think like the Broncos are a storied franchise too.
Yeah, bro.
So I don't know if that's just inflation or the Commanders because the market is that much, but very interesting, and also Magic Johnson's included in that too. So
yeah, they say they're trying to make a move for Lamar, but I hope they don't. I don't want to see him twice a year.
Right?
Yeah, I saw where Atlanta was interested too, and I was like, please don't. I don't feel like I can. Like I'm just getting done with the quarterbacks of the NFC South. I want you to add Lamar back to the mix, man.
Exactly. Like, hey, but you know what? Atlanta wouldn't be bad because they have a lot of playmakers, and it is a division that's kind of up for grabs right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we don't need him in it. No, I'm like, no, keep it out.
For sure. Let's see. Oh, one other thing I was going to say is they did try to vote on at the owners' meetings roughing the passer being reviewable, but that vote was declined. So they're going to try to bring it back again next year, but the Rams, they made a vote to try to make it reviewable.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know. Some of the roughing passing calls are a little bit light, but it's still they protect the quarterback. Like I figured they weren't going to make that reviewable.
Yeah,
they're gonna take care of those guys. So
yeah, and it's too much stoppage time too. You know what I'm saying? Like when they start going over time, you know, Fox and CBS, they get charged for that. You know what I'm saying? So too much stoppage time is gonna cost them money, so they're not doing that.
I feel that too. Yeah, great point. And since Unc isn't here tonight, he'll have to catch this on the replay. So sorry, Unc, in advance. But the one more big thing about the NFL that has not happened yet, and the shoe we're waiting to drop, is Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. Apparently, they're in the final stages of making an agreement, but it's held up on like the compensation, the draft pick compensation that's going to be given. Honestly, if I was the Packers, I would try to take the Jets for everything that they could.
Right, you might as well.
So public. If I was the Packers, I'd be going hard for it. And if I was the Jets, it'd be crazy though if whatever they're offering the Packers, if they just turn and offer the Ravens that for Lamar Jackson, like instead.
Man, that would be crazy.
That would be a dope wild card because Lamar Jackson is gonna bring you the same type of excitement and potential to win, and he's so much younger.
Exactly.
So
seriously,
I know that's not gonna happen. I know Aaron Rodgers is gonna get his wish and he'll be a Jet, but I just hope the Packers, man, they really get some good one because they be sitting back like he doesn't want to play for us. He wants to go there. You guys got to make us the offer,
Yep.
So we'll see what's up with that. But this also reminds me that John Wick 4 is in theaters too. If y'all want to go see that.
Out now.
But that's all we really have for NFL talk. Again, the draft is April 27th, so basically like a month away. On the 25th, we'll be doing our mock draft, our mock first round draft for that Tuesday show. So,
quick question: your guy that from Georgia, number 0, where you think he's gonna land? You have an idea where he's going?
I don't know, man. I hope he goes in the first round. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
There's a couple of teams I'd seen the Saints out there, which I was like, I don't know about that.
What pick do we have? Do we have a first round pick?
Yeah, we do. We have, I think it's like 24 or 25.
Oh, okay.
So
I was hoping we got my guy from the Longhorn, but I think he'll be gone by then, though, huh?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I really do think though that guy's gonna be really good though. Robinson.
Man, can you imagine being on our team though, man?
That would be gangster. I still see that maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
We did get CeeDee Lamb when we weren't supposed to get him. He's supposed to be gone, so you just never know, dog.
True. And Pops reminds me that it's 26. So
okay. Dang,
hey, but if he's there, I think that would be so gangster if they snap.
So gang. I love Pop. I think Pop said though his thing, but having that guy there too, oh my God.
Yeah. So that would be next level for
I think he'll be at least top 20 though. I think he might be out.
Yeah, they're saying this one's supposed to be more offensive minded first round than a defensive one that it's been in the last couple of years. But we'll see, man. Like I would agree though, that would really be huge to kind of replace Zeke to continue the 2 running back punch. So we'll see, man. We've seen crazier things happen.
True. All right, so that's all we really got for football though. Actually, really quick, speaking of Zeke, I wanted to get your opinion on this, Marcus. Stephon Gilmore, he's gonna wear 21 for the Cowboys. Do you like that they're replacing Zeke's number? Or?
Nah, not that fast. Especially a newcomer. If it's a guy who's already there, then cool. But you just got here, dog. You can't do that, man. Like, shoot. And nothing you can do about it. And then he's gone. But I just feel like I would have been like, nah, we're not gonna do it this year. We'll get to you next year. Because he wore a 5, right?
Yeah, he wore 5.
Come on, dog. Hey, I think he's doing something right there, dog. He probably asked for that too.
Right. But I was thinking maybe it was a Deion connection too. Like he's a corner, he's playing for Dallas. Like maybe that's why he wants that.
That makes it even worse. You definitely ain't Deion.
That one either, right?
You definitely not Deion. That's more pressure on you for real. So
right.
I don't know. Before him, it was Jones, right? Felix Jones had it.
Or was he 20? Yeah, he had it for a little while.
Was he 20 though?
No, I think he was 21.
Oh, we have to look it up.
We'll have to look that up. We'll have to look that up later. But yeah, we'll see. But I do think that was interesting though too that it's already replaced. But then Zeke came out saying he wanted to wear number 15 next year anyway. So
okay.
He wants to go back to his Ohio State number. So hopefully he'll just have a job. That's all I'm hoping.
Yeah.
For. All right.
We love you, Steve. We always gonna love you, man.
Yeah, exactly. We're rooting for you. All right. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's go to our next topic. All right, NBA talk. So we talked about there being more fights in the NBA. This one was off the court, though, between Bradley Beal and a spectator. Bradley Beal is a subject of police investigation now, unfortunately, for allegedly striking a fan. And so the story real quick, and I want to get your guys' opinions on who right or wrong or whatever. But Bradley Beal was leaving the court after a loss to the Orlando Magic. And there was like two spectators like in the tunnel, like somehow they were in the tunnel that he was walking through, and they start yelling expletives at him. And actually it comes back to sports betting because One of them's like, "Oh, you made me lose $1,500, you F." And I guess this is as he's passing them. Bradley Beal turns around and is like, "What'd you say?" And allegedly struck the fan on the side of the head. It said that he knocked his hat off, and in the process struck the side of his face. So I think he really slapped fire out of dude. And that was not he wasn't aiming to knock his hat off. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Bradley Beal's that guy though. That's him. I'm not surprised by that. He's respected, and he's the way he grew up, man. That's who he is. And I hope he don't get into that trouble. They shouldn't have been down there in the first place. He's that guy. Because normally NBA guys not really like that. They do a lot of talking.
Right.
Bradley Beal about their life, man. So.
Yeah, he is, man. Honestly, there's some dudes you can't get away with saying certain things to. And I've seen Bill in some interviews. I've seen Bill talking crazy to like
kids. Yeah.
like he really don't play around. Like he really not. Like he not that dude.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. I'm kind of happy that he smacked the dude. And it is funny that apparently, so the video, there's video of it sort of, but it's video when he's going by him. And then when he goes back by off the camera, you don't see you don't see any action, right? But you do hear them being like, I'm sorry, we're sorry. Like almost immediately after he went back to them. So it's like, people want to talk tough, and they expect that protection, right, as fans. Yeah. But again, you're in the same space as him. You're in that tunnel. You shouldn't really have access like that. Mm-hmm. And they kind of probably got what was coming to them. But unfortunately, now he's being investigated for battery. So I really hope it doesn't get that far. Yeah. But I'm sure if he actually gets charges brought to him, like criminal charges, then I'm sure right behind that will be some civil charges. They'll be suing to try to get some money. Facts. So it's gonna end up getting that $1,500 back, probably, unfortunately, that they lost. So I don't know. I just see it both ways though, because it's like you can't get mad and respond every time. But this was one I feel like he was in that mode where he's like, I'm gonna just send a message or whatever.
Especially if they just lost or something, he already frustrated.
Exactly. And he did comment when he went back over there, basically like, I don't play this game for bettors. I don't play it for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my job. I'm a professional. So,
he did get paid this. He got paid this year too, so he can pay that.
True.
He's like, off this year.
Yeah, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it later, but we'll see. So, but yeah, he hopefully will avoid too much trouble with that. But unfortunate situation that happened. A couple other players that are being shut down for the year. We got Damian Lillard and also Ben Simmons. And Damian Lillard being shut down is not too surprising. The Trailblazers are basically out of it, but I guess it brings up more speculation again. Is he going to be traded to an actual contender? And something that they said about when they were shutting him down made people think that, it might be on the table because the Trailblazers organization was basically like, hey, we have some things to sit down and kind of discuss. Yeah. So, Strizzy, I know you love Dame. You love Dame time. Do you think it's off the table for him to leave, or do you think that that's still a possibility?
Absolutely. I love Dame. I don't love Portland. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he got to, man. At this point in time, like, he's like, what, number 2 or 3 right now in points per game? Like, he's up there playing on a team that literally right now can do nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at this point in time, like, he's not old. He's still young. I think he's younger than Steph. He's younger than a lot of some of these guys out here. So, like, dude, like, move on to a team that could probably actually really help you. And I think the best possible scenario for him is a team with a very talented big man. So I would love to see him in Denver. I would love to see him in Philly. Get rid of James Harden. Honestly, Murray's okay, but like since his injury, I wouldn't say he's falling off because he's still doing well. But he's not Dame. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I would really love to see him with a talented dude like Joker, very talented big man like Embiid. But yeah, it's time. Like all the loyalty stuff, and it's not even about rings at this point. Like at this point, it's just about like your best job to compete because like right now they're looking like they're starting over. You know what I mean? Like you got Anthony Simons. You got a pretty young core aside from Dame, and Dame's really not even that old. So, yeah, man, just bite the bullet and dip. To get out of there.
You said screw the loyalty.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even about screwing it because I think that he's shown that he's loyal. Like he's really stuck by them to be like, yo, let's figure this out. Get some dudes to come play with me. And they tried, but it's not working. Like they're shutting you down, because they're not getting into the playoffs or even the play-in.
Right.
Not because he's injured. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to go, Dane.
Marcus, you agree?
No, I think he's too loyal. I don't think he's ever leaving. I think he's gonna stay at Portland Trailblazers because he and you have to have you have to be a little optimistic, because that's how he thinks. The play planning for it because he could have been gone, but I think he really feels that he's gonna try to bring them something, But the only team I would say I can see him going to, if he does go anywhere, I would say come here to Phoenix. I think you have a young big man in Aiden. You got a young Devin Booker. Chris Paul he's not going to be playing much longer there,
Really?
So
really playing now.
If you want to keep Kevin Durant a little longer, I think you get Dame over there and you right back at being the big three. You right back there being a contender, which he want to win. Yeah. I think to me that's the only player I think he can go to and he can win right away. I think you know what I'm saying. So he'll change his whole career over. But that's just talk right now, position, but I just think he's a guy. He's gonna stay there. He's gonna try to see what he can do. But I don't know, man. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards you, Marcus. I feel like it's almost like too late, right? Like he missed his window to escape, so now he's like, all right, like I just got to go down with the ship. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it was been sinking. All the lifeboats gone. He's like, man, I should have been on it, but now at this point, it's too late. So
he'd be one of those guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I do think he'll stay there. He'll be one of those like you were about, like kind of one of those guys where he'll be one of the last that stays their whole career with like one organization. Like
yeah.
So
he'll be like the Karl Malones, like the Charles Barkley, a great player. You know what I'm saying? Just did go over a hump. Like I said, his personality is not going to team up with people either. So that's why I think why he didn't, because he should have been a Laker by now. I think he should have been a Laker, but I just feel like he wants to do it on his own time. And these guys are different. You know how we're not old, but how we grew up. Those guys was, you know what I'm saying, they stay lower to where they were at. They're not trying to team up with nobody, So, and then another thing is he's getting paid. He's making good money at the end of the day. It's not always about championships. You know what I'm saying? I know we all talk about the championships, but I got my boy Perk told me, he always told me, he said, man, we do play for that, but he said the first thing we play for is money. And when you're comfortable and you have a good paycheck, having a good life, hey man, do what you gotta do with that.
Oh, that's
fast. There's zero pressure on him.
Like, where he's at. It's funny you say that, Marcus. I was actually I don't remember what podcast he was on, Dame. It might have been
JJ Redick.
Yeah, JJ Redick. Yeah. But he was literally talking about that. Basically, like, he's like, if you're not Michael Jordan, if you're not Kobe Bryant, if you're not LeBron James, he was like, nobody's gonna talk about me.
Yeah.
In the upcoming years. Like once I retire, he was like, I'm done. Like no one's gonna talk about Dame Lillard. He was like, I didn't win a championship. I didn't sucker up and move on and team up with all these dudes. He was like, in all honesty, he was like, people don't even really talk about Shaq no more. And Shaq, one of the greatest of all time. He's like, the only reason why we still talk about Shaq is because he's still on TV.
Mm-hmm.
But he's right. Like, think about it. Like, if Shaq was still on TV, how much we really still talk about him? They don't. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he made a really good point. He was like, if you're not changing the game, like, in some type of way and winning multiple championships, he's like, they're not going to talk about you after you retire. So, you might be right, Marcus. Like, and A-Dub, like he might just, go down with the ship. Like, I've done my time here. Might as well finish my time here. So,
yeah,
he made some really valid points though that I never really thought about.
That's crazy, but that's what's up though. I mean, and I get that too, because it's even beyond that. Like for the vast majority of the players in the NBA, it's a profession. Like it's their job. Like there's only so many, even the top of the top percent that are actually like taking it, to another level or, going off the court, you know what I'm saying, with their name. So we'll see. All right, let's move to our next topic, which is I wanted to look at the West real quick. And then top story from the West, Kevin Durant to be making his Suns debut or his home debut tomorrow. He has played a couple games for the Suns, but they do say that barring any setbacks, he's going to play tomorrow night against the Timberwolves. So that should be a pretty good game.
Dang, why has to be on a Wednesday again, man? Shoot.
I know. I just hope he makes it through the layup lines. Honestly.
Don't do layup line. Don't do layup line. Just go to the game.
True.
Stretch and then just play. What you need to warm up for? You Kevin Durant, dog.
Right. You don't need no layup line. That's a great point.
if I'm a fan, I'm like, please don't do this. Just get hurt playing, dog. I gotta see you on the court.
No, I feel you. I feel you. But the Suns have been slipping a little bit lately without him and with that retooled lineup. So as you can see, it is really tight race in the West. From 4 to 11, there's only three wins separating those teams, and the Mavericks are kind of been in a free fall lately, and they're actually on the outside of the play-in looking in. Lakers are barely holding on, and LeBron did return this week, on Sunday. So,
what you think about your chances? You think guys definitely
I
in the
don't know.
play-in?
I think it's definitely going to be the play-in. I think
Okay.
they'll hold on to a spot for the play-in, and hopefully they make it out of that. But realistically, if they have to go up against Denver in the first round, like, I don't know. You know,
I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie. They could beat Denver, dog. I'm just saying if they play like if AD plays well and make Jokic play defense a little bit. If he don't want to play defense, then I'm gonna cook. And LeBron, D'Angelo, you know what I'm saying? Those guys, they just you got to play a good 4 games. So you play good 4 games. I would be more scared of Memphis than I would be scared of Denver for some reason. That's just my opinion. So
yeah, I agree. I feel like if they want to play anybody, they want to play Denver. I think they match up a little against. They match up against Denver a little bit because they're a slower team. Yeah. Memphis is going. I think LA's a little too old for Memphis. Memphis is.
If Steven Adams come back though, they're gonna need Steven Adams too. So he should be coming back. So
I don't know. They need you guys. Honestly,
I was hoping they would sneak to 6th. You know what I'm saying? Because the Kings, even though I love what the Kings are doing this year,
could beat the Kings.
Yeah, exactly.
They could beat the Kings in the series based off the experience and all that. So, but I don't know. I do think that the West is going to be interesting because if you look, a couple of the scarier teams, right? Like the Warriors are still kind of scary if they get it together. You know what I'm saying? Like all up and down the playoffs, there's going to be good teams in there.
Oh yeah,
they need Wiggins though. Without Wiggins,
without Wiggins, it's a wrap. Without Wiggins, they might be out first round.
True. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good playoffs though. I am excited to see how the West finishes up. I hope the Lakers have a chance, and I hope they make it out of the play-in. But I won't be heartbroken if they don't. I'm not expecting too much. Real quick, I want to look at the East, and right now the biggest question for the Philly. I know Pops is mad at them, but they still are in a pretty good spot if Joel and Harden can stay healthy. They've both kind of been in and out of the lineup a little bit lately, but hopefully they can be healthy going into the playoffs. But what do you guys think about the East race, though? You think it's really the Bucks to lose? The Celtics, they got some heavy hitters over there too.
Yeah, I think the Bucks. I think the Bucks not worried about anything because I think if they have Chris Middleton playing well, they're gonna be hard to beat. It's like really like you're not. I think Boston and Milwaukee's the only 2 teams. Like you're not scared of Cleveland; they're too small. New York, New York gonna be New York. Brooklyn's definitely not scared.
Yeah, they're too.
Miami, they can try to put something together. You never know with them. But other than that, I think Bulls, Toronto, Atlanta, they not. It's gonna be a lot of sweeps this in the East. I think it's gonna be a couple of sweeps going on, but I just think it's Milwaukee. I think Chris Middleton, he's the key for them to get back to the finals.
And they're bringing him back slowly but surely. Like they're increasing his minutes almost every game, and he's getting back into Chris Middleton playing. So yeah, I think the Bucks are chilling. I think they know how good they are.
Yeah,
and they're not trying to force anything, man. So honestly, I feel like it's the Bucks to lose. Boston looks great one game, and then they look horrible the next. You know what I mean? Like, so I still think they're the second best team in the East, but like, if they slack too much, they'll get surprised.
I don't trust Tatum. Tatum to me, he still had that dog yet. So when they get crunch time, he don't play well. He plays good during the season. Then when you play against a easy team, because they'll be playing against Miami. Yeah. So so it just he'll play good the first round, but when it get to crunch time, I don't know how he'll show up. So.
Yeah, I feel like after last year in the playoffs, like you would think that they would maybe he would have taken a little bit of a step, but he really hasn't. So it looks like it might be the same old story. Pop says the Bucks or the Celtics win the East, and I agree with that. I do think it's going to be the Bucks again. So
does Tatum win MVP this year? Because somebody said he fell off that wagon too. So
he's off that. I think MVP's down to either Giannis or Embiid or Jokic again.
Yeah.
So
I think Embiid, but like you said, he ain't been playing a lot. You gotta watch out for that. He gotta play out,
Right. Yeah,
They look at that stuff. Like they're gonna look at these games he's missed and be like, oh well. Especially because Joker's just a favorite. Like people love to hate Embiid, you know what I'm saying? So
will he be the first? Will he be the first 3P, or is that Larry Bird's first?
It happened before, but not since like the 70s or the 80s or something. I can't remember who it was, but it's been a long time since the 3P.
I thought it was Larry Bird, but I could be wrong.
But now Giannis has 2 as well, right? But just not in a row, right?
He had 2 in a row, yeah. I'm talking about in a row, yeah.
But okay. So yeah, maybe one of them is going for their 3rd MVP trophy. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
All right, so that's basketball though, and we're just gonna slide right into other sports, and we're gonna talk about the Final Four. And I have some interesting stats here. This is the first Final Four with no number 1 seeds since This is the first time since 1979 no 1 through 3 seeds at all in the Final Four. The highest ranked team is UConn as a 4 seed.
Crazy.
And so that is pretty crazy. This has definitely been, it's always March Madness. That's why they call it that for a reason. But this has been a little bit more madness than usual. And we got also the FAU Owls. So they're a number 9 seed. They could become the lowest seed to win the tournament. Now, the lowest so far was Villanova in 1985. They won it as an 8 seed.
Wow.
What do you guys think, though? Do you think FAU has a chance? I mean, well, they have a good chance to get to the final.
They do.
Who beat Alabama?
I think it was San Diego State.
Dang, I ain't gonna. I'm ashamed to say I didn't do my bracket this year with y'all. I'm sorry about that. I haven't watched one game, y'all. I'm like, dang, I ain't watched anything. So how the way you have it? Who's playing who? Is it going across?
So the left side is the first game. So it's San Diego State versus FAU Owls. And they play on Saturday at 3:09. And then on the right side is Miami UConn. Yeah.
It would have been dope if FAU or San Diego State would get into the championship, but it's only that's still cool. Right? They could have played each other, would have been dope too,
Right. Yeah. But yeah, so that's how it is. It's the left side.
Who y'all got? Is any of them was in your Final Four?
So this is the thing. Actually, I do have a chance. So I'm not winning the bracket yet. Now, last year's champion, Steven Springfield, he's in the lead right now, but he has all of his points maximized. But on one of my brackets, I do have UConn alive.
No way. In the Final Four?
Saturday, I can come from behind and win.
Hey.
But I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. But everybody else, except for one of my brackets, is locked in now. They have no teams left, basically.
Yeah.
All the points are stuck. So it has been a crazy year, but I'm thinking maybe UConn just based off of, I don't know, notoriety. They're usually the best at basketball out of these, but I know that don't mean nothing.
You're going to see Elamine there. You're going to see Ray Allen there. You're going to see all the old schools, like Kimball Walker going to be there. All those guys, I bet you they're going to be at that game, man.
That would be cool, though. You know what I'm saying? Because they do run deep, especially compared to these other teams as far as basketball goes. So,
Facts.
I'm sad about my Longhorns. They was up by 12, man. They didn't finish it out, man. I just knew they were going to be in the Final Four.
I had them in the Final Four, and then in that same UConn bracket, I was rooting for them, but they fell off. So
I can't believe Alabama lost. That's crazy.
I know this year was just not strength like that, I guess. So, but yeah, so I think I want to welcome Unc to the show real quick. He says hello, everyone.
Yo,
had to fix a plumbing leak. Well, at least you were in a position to be able to fix it, and it wasn't just leaking. That's crazy. You know how that goes. So glad everything's okay with that, and thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. And we're gonna jump real quick to the World Baseball Classic. Now, I know we talked about it a lot last week. Japan did end up victorious over Team USA. And it was the dream scenario because it came down to Shohei Ohtani actually coming in relief in the 9th inning. And the bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, you got Mike Trout, his teammate up there, the best American baseball player right now versus the best Japanese player and probably the best player in the world in Shohei Ohtani.
For real.
And that kind of just proved his dominance too because he did really carry Japan through the team. Now, Japan is no slouch, but they definitely got a beast over there in Ohtani. And that was a fun matchup to see it end like that and to see him strike out Mike Trout, even though I love Mike Trout. But it was very exciting, just an exciting tournament altogether.
I thought Mike was gonna get him, dog. I just knew Mike. I could see in his eyes he's gonna get him, but I ain't gonna lie. When he struck him out, his reaction, I was so cold. He was like, he threw his stuff. He was like, "That's cause it meant more." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He like, I got my boy. You know, they friends and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But it felt even more better because like how the game went, they were up like 1-3. So it's like, okay, they won this one. Then they had a good home run. And they was coming down, you know what I'm saying? It was like, Mike, you gonna win it for? It would have been so clean. He would have won it for him. No, but he would have tied it though if he hit the home run, right?
Tied it with the home run.
Yeah. So, but it just, I think that kind of played the factor of it too. Is it was pressure, but it wasn't really pressure on him. But right. I love his reaction though. Like he threw his glove, like he was like, "Let's go," because they Japanese, they don't really act like that. You know what I'm saying? But he knew it was on top of the line. He wanted that though. He wanted that. When he go back,
that's bragging rights for the rest of the year.
Yes, you know he gonna say because I ain't see it personally, but he ain't talking to him though. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going like, "Hey, good game," and he was like, "Oh my boys, dog."
Like, I'll see you next week. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm with my people. And you know, Mike went home like, "God dang it, man! Like, shoot."
Yeah, that's tough, man. USA was I mean, it was definitely a good game, but after that, man, they were all just blank faced. They were like, "Man, that was supposed to be ours," you know.
And they had a dream team. They said too, like, man, come on.
Well, that's probably the best team they've had.
That's the best team they've sent to the World Baseball Classic.
That's what I was saying. I was saying for a while, but
they were all in.
So. But I told A-Dub because we texting during the game because I was watching that. I still blame Betts, man. I think you can't do what you did. Like you bet, like you got to make something happen. Like at least to get a good flyaway or like a good like a ground ball, something like that to set something up. But the way he did it, I was like, come on, man, you got to do better than that.
Yeah, he grounded right into a double play ball, and that's what really set it up. But it is funny like that because baseball is just like that. Like people will remember Mike Trout for striking out, but they won't remember all the other stuff.
Got up there. Like, you put all the pressure on my man though. Like, he couldn't handle that though, man. It was a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I saw that first fastball that Ohtani put by him. I was like, oh, man. Mike Trout was so eager. I was like, oh, he's going to overpower him right here.
Because he tried to – he wanted it bad too.
Yeah.
But so where was this game? It wasn't here though, right?
No, so this game was in Miami. So the first part of the first round was played here, but then the final was in Miami. So
okay. I'm saying this don't look like Arizona though. So they moved around then. Okay. I didn't know that.
So, I think the thing that really sucked for Mike Trout too was like, who better to be pitching to you, who knows all your weaknesses, right? Than the best pitcher in the league. Like, Shohei is crazy, man. Like, what I mean, not only what he can do as a pitcher, but what he can do as a batter as well is just unheard of. You know what I'm saying? So, dude's a beast, man. He's a beast.
So they were saying he was the last one since Babe Ruth that can, I guess, hit and can pitch.
Right.
So he can knock it out the park.
Yeah, he's a slugger too. That's what I'm saying. Slugger. He's one of the best hitters and he's one of the best pitchers. Like he's top on both sides.
Dang.
So
is he the best pitcher who can hit the ball then?
Yeah. Right. Because nobody else at the major leagues even does it really like that.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
You put this in perspective, right? So like most pitchers usually get relieved around the seventh inning, right? Shohei Ohtani is one of the very few pitchers who will get you 11 strikeouts before he gets relieved. And 11 strikeouts is crazy. Like that's a lot of strikeouts for any pitcher. You know what I mean? Whether they go perfect or not. Like, so yeah, the dude's crazy. Then we'll turn around and grand slam. like the dude is nuts.
Yeah, most definitely. He most definitely is. And as Pops mentions, he is set to make a record $65 million this year. Now, most of that is from off the field endorsements, but he also is going to be making $30 million on his contract for baseball. And his next contract is going to be insane because really he's still on his technically rookie deal as he's in the third season of him coming over to the major leagues. So he's about to get cashed out even more next year. But I do want to switch gears real fast to opening day. So as we move from the World Baseball Classic, opening day is actually Thursday. All 30 teams are going to be in action on Thursday to play. And early odds are the Houston Astros are the favorite for the World Series again, followed closely by the Braves and the Dodgers. So they're looking for your boys to repeat, Marcus. I hope they can. I hope they can come through for you. And then on the other side, we have Juan Soto and Shohei Ohtani are the two favorites for the AL and the NL MVP. So that's a little something. Opening day, Thursday, always a fun day to watch. And like I said, all the teams are going to be are going to be in action. So whatever team you root for, you'll have somebody to root for on Thursday. And then one other side note I wanted to make about baseball is for the first time ever, MLB The Show is actually including a Negro Leagues storyline. So this is pretty cool. It's going to have Satchel Paige, Buck O'Neil, of course, Jackie Robinson, but there's going to be 9 different players featured, and it's going to kind of have like different moments in their career, different milestone type things. So
that's real big, man. That's super big, man, for them to do that because they didn't have to do that, man. So
right.
And is it true that the show is you could play on Xbox now?
Yeah,
free.
You can play it on Xbox. Free. You got to pay for Game Pass, but yeah, it's on there.
Yeah, I think last year was the first year it was on both.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is really cool. Like I waver back and forth, right? Because I don't want to be a hypocrite because some stuff is like, oh, it's super woke right now. You know what I'm saying? And people are trying to do this trendy stuff. And I don't really like it, if you're doing it for the wrong intentions. But this, I can't lie, this is dope. This never had a Negro Leagues storylines or teams or anything like that in a video game. So I'm really cool with that. Like
I'm definitely gonna get it just because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know why though. Since I was a kid, for some reason I love baseball games. Like I don't know why. I never played it. I never wanted to watch it. But for some reason, baseball games were so cool. I could never play it on Xbox because they didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So for them to do that now, man, I want to get it just because of that, and hope I get to save it, get the hard copy of it. So.
No, I feel you. I do. They do have like a special edition too with a different cover too. So, Unk says, awesome. I know Unk is really into the Negro Leagues history. Yeah. He sent us some of the cards. So thank you again, Unk, for that. And then Kelly as well. That's really cool. And I do know somebody that's going to be getting this game, Pops. So I might have to borrow. I might have to steal the cover. You know what I'm saying? The outside of the box might go missing over there from the man cave. But yeah, so I definitely do want to check it out and play that game mode to see what that's
definitely. Maybe we could do it together and put it on stream on YouTube. We could stream
that would be tight.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, we should do that. Actually, we should play through a couple of the little games just to see what's going on there. But yeah, that's pretty much our show for today. Like I said, it'll be a little bit express. I guess we almost made it the full hour. But definitely not as much football talk. Really just waited for to see what happens with Rodgers and to see what happens with Lamar, though, now that he's officially requested that trade. So
yeah, and I'm watching the McDonald's All-American game is on right now too. So
is Ronnie doing good?
Yeah, he got a couple of things, but he didn't start. So I thought he would try to start, but it just shows that it's a lot more people better than him coming out this year. So
yeah. Like I said, will get you in the door, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I'm not hating on him or nothing like that, but I still don't believe he's gonna go to college. I think he's gonna go to G League first because it just he played against some pretty good guys in high school, but when you go to that next level in college, man, you're gonna have to show it. It's gonna expose you a little bit, why is he not playing, or why he's not in the game right now, why is he come off the bench? And so I just think for him more protection to go to G League. And if you don't start, it's like, hey, because this guy's a grown man, he's a kid, to get in there.
Right.
But I don't, because he ain't pick a school yet. I don't see him going to college, man, because it might show up a little bit more.
Definitely. No. They don't televise high school games. That's a championship game, and they really don't televise G League games either. Yeah. But you're gonna be seen in college.
Because you gotta go to a good school. You can't go to no little school,
Right.
So.
And the expectations are gonna be crazy. Which
exactly.
If he goes to place for the Ignite or whatever, like he can be, out there figuring stuff out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think it'd be better for him to go to G League, brother.
Exactly.
So, yeah. No, I feel you. But no, that's what's up. We'll continue to keep this train rolling. We got episode 188 coming up next week, but until then, that was 187. I do want to thank everybody. Oh, real quick. Sorry, Pops put this earlier, and I wanted to get a quick take before this will close on this. Derrick Henry to Seattle rumor. What would you guys think about that?
To me, that's a good spot.
Oh, 100%.
That's a good spot, man. I think that works.
And they always have a running game already, too.
And it takes way more. It takes so much pressure off Geno, too.
Yeah.
For Geno just continue doing what he's been doing. Oh, man.
That's a good spot, man.
Ooh. They were a playoff team last year without really stars on the offense. You know what I'm saying?
And he can go to a team that he's the main running back. He don't like two backs. He want to run the ball. Right. And they don't really have nobody like that. He will get the ball most of the time. No good. He got a couple of good receivers, but I think that's the only spot he can go to that'd be the same as what he's at Tennessee, but a better team.
Right.
So, man, that might be nice, man.
I like that one. So Pop's giving us the inside scoop, maybe early on that one. So we'll see how that goes.
I hope he do. I'm gonna get some good pictures of him because we'll see him this year.
True. That's what's up. That's true.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Mark is gonna be ready with that. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's a good little spot for him.
I like that. All right, we'll go ahead and shut this thing down. Again, thank you guys for the likes, the comments, the engagement. We appreciate y'all being here with us every single week, and we will be back next week. But until then, it's your boy A-Dub.
Hey, what's just?
And we praying for Nashville, man. Prayers and y'all, prayers, man.
For sure. Peace.